How is it going, everyone? Welcome to the LOE Division 1 race for the German Grand Prix. We are here at Hockenheim. I'm your host, Jacob. I'm actually back this week. I was just took a little bit of a hiatus last week, but I am back. It's just me on my own for today, so let's get straight into it. As you can see, this is the championship standings after round 9, which was obviously Silverstone from last week. So Mitch still on top with 115 points. He is actually racing this week as well, so he looks to extend his lead even more. Rick is in P2, only 1 point shy of Harry. Harry's now on 91 points, so these guys battling for P2 in the standings. Then a little bit further down, you've got Decky on 78 points. So the two Mercedes are doing quite well together. After that, you've then got June, the Spaniard, on 65 points. So nicely done from him. Spine is on 53, just below him. New Waluigi, a lot of people weren't actually expecting him to be doing well throughout D1, and he's currently P7 in the standings. So he's doing well. He's keeping it consistent. Paris is in P8. I think he's raced 2 or 3 races. I think he got himself a race win and then has just sort of, well, he's just kind of given up. Own is in P9, who's actually tied with points on Paris, but it doesn't look as if he's racing this weekend. And Neo is rounding out the top 10 of the standings. Sadly, I don't know what the rest of the standings are, but I can imagine it must be really, really close. As people are now coming out of the pit lane, let's go on board. Well, in fact, I think Mitch has just come up. We'll go on board with Mitch. You know, as I said, the one that's leading the championship standings as we speak. He's been doing a cracking job. He's missed, I think, 2 or 3 races and still remaining out in the lead of the championship. So it's fair play to him. But in fact, we've actually got quite a few of these guys already out. And just check on their tyres. So in fact, Rick is going on ultras, Mitch is on ultras, Bullet Boy's on mediums, Game Boy's on mediums, and V5's on mediums. New Luigi's also on mediums. Something tells me there's either rain that's going to be coming, because it does look quite dull. Oh, in fact, actually, Jerry's just said in the chat, it should be all dry. Sam's just put in the chat saying, speaking as a race winner in this division. Not cocky at all. Expect a low 11 or maybe high 10 for pole, assuming P1 is on softs. Thank you very much for the contact. People are now just about to be starting their laps. Mitch is going on the ultra soft tyres, but I don't think he's probably going to be setting up an actual lap with this one. But nevertheless, we'll still stick on board with him anyway. As he went very wide. Okay, well that's invalid. Let's go on board with Rick, because Rick is just up ahead of him on that. So we'll stick on board with Rick. Hopefully he hasn't invalidated it. And Jerry's already retired from this session. So I wonder if Jerry's binned it. It's just not like him to. Can I see from anyone's POV? Bullet Boys? No. Mitch is just behind him. What about Harry? Might be able to see it from Harry's point of view. I think I've just seen where. Yeah, turn 1. Well, that was a very, very short qualifying for Jerry on that one. I'm a bit unfortunate. Rick did invalidate his lap. Mitch, did he? Bullet Boys managed to set his first time on a 112.9. Yet Mitch did invalidate, so he'll be going again. V5 has just done a 113.1. So not too bad of a time on the mediums at all. How about Spine? Coming across the line. Oh, in fact, he's just starting his lap now, so waiting for Spine to do that. New Waluigi has just gone pole, doing a 112.8. Nice lap from New Waluigi. What about Mitch's teammate Killer Blue? He's just about to start a lap, so a lot of these guys now just already coming out on their laps. Ones we've yet to see is Cantera, Larkin, and Doom. Oh, actually, I know Doom was out, wasn't he? I thought Doom came out of the pits. I could be wrong. I don't know. In fact, I'm going to go on board with Rick, because Rick, I believe, is going to be the next one coming up to the line. He is coming up to the line now. He may have invalidated his first lap. He did invalidate his second lap. What about the Ferrari man of Mitch? Is he going to be able to have a valid lap? Bullet Boy has just gone even quicker than what he has done last lap. Mitch goes only P3, so yeah, he did do a bit of a banker lap on them ultra soft tyres. His V5 has improved on his time as well. And Game Boys has actually gone up into P3. So a lot of these guys opting to go on the medium strategy, so to me that tells me that a lot of these guys are going to be going for softs at the end of qualifying. We shall see. Killer Blue has done a 113.3 on the medium tyres. Probably not a lap that he was expecting. He's probably going to be going again though. Maybe not. Never mind. What about Rick? It looks like he's determined to set a lap. Maybe not. So Rick coming into the pits, still not setting a lap yet. Having two invalidated laps on the ultras. I'm on board with Larkin, because I think Larkin is just about to start his lap. So we're right on board with a Force India driver. Takes a nice exit through turn 1, coming up to the little chicane of turns 2 and turn 3. It's a nice exit out of turn 2 and turn 3. Up to the DRS zone. Now, the hairpin is where you've got to watch out for. If you mess up the hairpin, it messes up your whole lap. Nice entry in the hairpin. And nice exit out of the hairpin. Larkin now coming up to the end of his lap, runs that a little bit wide, too much, maybe taking a bit too much curve, hopefully that doesn't give him an invalidation, don't think it would, but coming up to the finish line now, he does a 113.0 for 3, only 3,000 slower than what Mitch is banking down for the ultras, but he has gone quicker than his teammate Killer Blue. So nicely done to Larkin, and I only just realised as well, Bullet Bush just put it in the chat as well, New Luigi and V5 have only done 1,000th shy of each other. So the two McLarens looking to be on even pace throughout today. Who knows, maybe it will revolve as well over into the race. Guys will probably be battling with each other. Very, very interesting. Killer Blue's actually just improved on his time and going P2, he's doing a 112.4. So that is a very good time on the medium tyres. Still no one has managed the best Bullet Boy yet, but we do have the Mercedes man of Harry just about to come over the line now. Is he going to be able to beat Bullet Boy's time? He does. He does a 112.4. So qualifying at the moment is looking very close between these top three. Then you've got 4th and 5th only 1,000th within each other. It's very close between these two. Or between all of these guys, should I say. Even 4th down to 6th, and then Mitch, I know there's a banker lap on the ultras, and Larkin is only 3,000 behind him. Oh, Rick has retired from the session. I believe he may have also binned it at turn 1. Unless he just decided he wanted to retire. I'll check. Yeah, no, yeah, he's definitely broken. He's definitely broke. Don't know what that was, and I just could not English. But nevertheless, we carry on. Spine now on a lap on the medium tyres as he's coming up towards the hairpin of turn. Was it turn 4, turn 5? I'll probably say turn 5. But gets a nice entry and exit out of there. In fact, this is looking like a very quick lap. I wonder if he can beat Harry's time. Bullet Boy seems to think that these guys are sandbagging, but just doesn't realise his true pace. Here we go, Spine coming up to the line. It is looking like a very quick lap. He does a 1:12.2, but it was invalidated. Must have invalidated it on the first corner. So unfortunate for Spine on that one. And it doesn't look as if he's going for another one because he is on low ERS. So let's go on board. Let's go on board with Mitch. Here we go. He's just starting his lap now. Nice exit out of turn 1. There's yellows in sector 2 and 3. I'm guessing that's just a car that's slowed down, letting someone through. As Harry's gone even faster on the medium tyres, doing a 1:11.8. That is a very quick lap. Larkins has invested his time as well, doing a 1:12.4. It's nicely done from the Force India driver. Still sitting on board with Mitch, went a little bit too deep into the grass then, but it doesn't look like that's affected his lap whatsoever. It says he's 1.5 seconds up on his time. So this could be the new pole time as he's coming into sector 3 now against a little bit of oversteer. Again, it doesn't look like it's affected his lap. If anything, it's helped his lap. Coming across, coming around the final corner now, up to the line. He has done a 1:11.4 and has gotten, as the first proper soft tyre time. Now another one that is on the softs at the moment is Game Boy. Now Game Boy, whereabouts is Game Boy? In fact, is now in sector 3. So keep on board with the Williams driver and see if he can end up. Maybe, well, it will improve. Will he beat Mitch's time? There's a car that's just gone off the track, and that's also caused Game Boy to go off the track, and Mitch is now retired from the session. So what car was that that went off the track then? Was that Harry? That was Harry. He's in low fuel mode from the looks of it. So he'll try to do his best to get out of the way, and didn't look like it worked. T5 I've also just noticed as well has improved more on this time. Excuse me. Same with me, Waluigi. So we've almost only just got 5 minutes left of qualifying to go. This guy's now wanting to go straight into the pits and go on its actual tyre choice. And looking at it, it looks like Bullet Boy and Killer Blue. Well, Bullet Boy's opting to go on the mediums once again. Maybe he should have a quick run on the mediums. Killer Blue is opting to go on the soft tyres. Spine and June still have yet to set a lap. So this will be interesting for me. I'm going to bumble with Bullet Boy, because I know, as I said, he's just starting his lap now. So we'll see if he can improve on his 1:12.4 time. Someone just said in the chat, sandbagging like Williams are this year. Let's see how much up on time is Bullet Boy. Comes up towards the end of sector 2. He is, oh, it doesn't even show how much he's up by. If he is up, that is. Unless it's an invalidated lap, but it didn't look like he invalidated it off the first corner, so whether there's something that I'm missing. Into the pits, so Bullet Boy I think is going to want to go on the soft tyre. Almost went into the pit wall then, so that was very close. As Killer's not just setting a lap just yet, he's waiting until the next lap when there's like, well, more fresh rubber on the track, and it looks like Spine is doing the same. So now we are in the business end of disqualifying. Let's see if anyone's going to end up improving on their time. Ju is also needing to set a lap, same as Spine. Spine cannot, Spine nor June can afford to invalidate their laps. I know these two are currently battling for, I believe it was 5th place in the championship, so it's still anyone's game. Here we go, Spine now setting an actual lap, let's go. He is coming across turn 1, nicely done from him, to say the least. Out of turns 2 and 3, gets a nice exit out of turn 3, up on towards DRS straight. Nice exit out of the hairpin, maybe a tiny little bit of oversteer, but it doesn't look like it's costed him any time whatsoever. There's yellows in sector 3. I don't know whether that's someone that's binned it or what, but still yet to settle out is Cantera, Spine and Doom. Now I know Spine, we're on board with Spine, is about to set a lap. Doom is just behind him in the background, also on a lap. Cantera, oh that might be Cantera actually, I'm not too sure. But Spine now coming up to these final 2 corners, the final 2 right-handers. Around the final corner, and he goes and does a 1:11.6. So nicely done from Spine. On board with Doom. Oh, in fact, Cantera. No, it is Doom. It was Doom that was behind him, so we'll stick on board with Doom, the Spaniard. Coming around the final 2 corners as he comes up to the line. Looks very wide going out of the final corner, but it's not invalid, and it's a 1:11.1. So nicely done to the Spaniard in the Sauber. What about the other Spaniard in the Sauber? Cantera, as he comes up to the line, it doesn't look like he's actually setting a lap, but he's going to be starting his lap right now. So it looks like he may have invalidated it on the first time that he'd done it, but let's see how they go. And never mind, because Cantera has just gone straight on. So it doesn't look like he's going to be setting a lap anytime soon. All of these guys are now out on the soft tyres. Larkin has improved on his time, going on 1:11.5. But yeah, now all of these guys are now going to be starting their soft run. Killer Blue's gone into the pits, so I don't. Well, he's not going to be able to set another time. So Killer Blue, the best that he can start now is in P6. Same with Game Boys in P10. Well, that's the only place that Game Boy is going to be starting because everyone else below him's tired. So Game Boy in the top 10. New Waluigi now just trying to do his lap, see if he can get himself up any more places. Stick on board with the Papaya McLaren. He is currently 4 tenths up on his time, so that would actually put him, well, put him just above Bullet Boy. But could he beat his teammate? V5 has done a 1:11.7. New Waluigi now coming up to the final 2 corners, runs it a bit wide. Harry has just improved on his time, doing a 1:11.0. New Waluigi he doesn't beat his teammate, so the best he's gotten is P8. Now let's go on for Bullet Boy. As I said, that has actually just beaten this time, so New Waluigi now back down into P9. Spine is the only one left. Is Spine going to improve on his time? He says he's improving. Coming up towards the line. Spine has run that very wide. Hopefully it's not invalid. It isn't, and he goes P3. So, Harry is now starting on pole with Doom in P2. Spine in third with Mitch, our championship leader, in P4. In fact, he's just put in the chat he's had no practice. So, doing that time on no practice is pretty impressive. So here we go. We had the standings here for quali as Harry taking pole position only by 6 hundredths of a second. Sorry. Spine in P3 with Mitch in P4. Larkin, that's actually a decent qualifying result from the Force India driver, up in P5. Splitting the two Ferraris in whose Killer Blue is now in P6 with V5 in P7. Similar situation, Bullet Boy splitting the two McLarens. He's in P8 with New Waluigi in P9. A Game Boy actually done a time on the mediums, so he didn't manage to set another time on the softs, but it's not a bad lap from him at all. Cantera, Rick, and Jarry are the ones starting outside of the top 10, so they get a free choice of tyre, but that is one to look out for. Game Boy starting on the medium tyres from P10. As all these guys are now just picking their strategies and their fuel, I am going to take yet another quick drink, so just bear with me. Was it a nice drink? It was a nice drink. It was very needed. So now going through the formation lap, let's have a look. The guys outside of the top 10, what have they opted for? All of them on the mediums. So they're looking to do a longer stint going into the race. Up ahead obviously of these guys, as I said, Game Boy being on the medium tyres, so that's going to be an interesting one to watch out for as well in the top 10. Tam putting in chat saying Harry and June may be up front, but they'll both get 5 years of penalty, so Spine for the win. Interesting call. Very interesting call. Looks like June almost went into Harry then. And somehow Larkin has gotten past Mitch. Mitch has been disqualified. Oh, and so is V5 and Bullet Boy. But it's not too bad because all these guys are now just coming up to the end of the formation lap. We're just coming up towards the line now, so it's nothing too bad. All of these guys line up now, and now we just wait for the 5 red lights as they are about to go out, and it is lights out, and away we go for the German Grand Prix for Division 1. Mitch looks like he's got a really bad start. Looks like he may end up losing out to Larkin and his teammate up towards turn 1. Harry and June got a very good start. Spine managed to keep up, but it looks like there's a battle for P4. Larkin, Mitch, and Killer Blue. Killer Blue has gone very wide, allowing Larkin to go through, and Mitch as well. So Killer not had the best of starts. It looks like everyone has gotten away cleanly though. But look at this battle, all the way down from 5th downwards. All of these guys trying to overtake. Oh my goodness, this could be really bad. There's about 4 people that are going wide up towards the hairpin. Has everyone gotten away clean from the hairpin? They have as well. So very good driving from all of these guys. We've got a battle. It looks like New Luigi and Mitch going side by side with each other. I think New Luigi's trying to hang it around the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the move stuck. So unfortunate for the McLaren Papaya driver, but V5 and Bullet Boy as well. V5 looks like he might end up losing that place out to Bullet Boy, but Cantera is also trying to get his nose in with this battle. V5 going a bit wide, not able to get the move done. That's allowed Cantera to go straight through, and now up into P9. Bullet Boy now up into 8th, and New Luigi in 7th. Big one though, Larkin up into P4, now going to try and chase down Spine to see if he can claw that podium position. Harry managed to get a blinding start, and the same with June. So these top 2 are already looking to run away from the rest of the guys in the pack. Sticking on board with Cantera, as it looks like V5 is eyeing up, or trying to eye up a move on the Sauber or Alfa Romeo Sauber driver before anyone decides to correct me in the chat. As I don't think he's going to be able to get close enough to try and do anything, although Cantera is looking right up the back of Bullet Boy. But with Bullet Boy being on the soft compounder tyre, Cantera being on the mediums, it looks like he just got a bit of a worse traction out of that hairpin. So Bullet Boy is now just trying to get away. Looks like in the corners he's very slow, but in the straights he is very, very quick. As I believe Game Boy actually has damage. Hang on a second. No, never mind, my eyes deceive me. Apologies about that. Let's see, we've gone board with Mitch because he looks like he's, well, in all honesty, this looks like this could be the closest battle on track for position between him and his teammate. But Harry's still the one that's set the fastest lap so far. No one else has actually managed to beat that lap, so Harry is, and he's also already out of the DRS gap between him and June. So June not actually getting any DRS on Harry, but Spy not getting any DRS, Larkin not getting any DRS, Killer Blue is going to have DRS. So is Killer Blue going to be able to get past the Force India driver of Larkin? He's looking like he can, he's gaining, he's gone straight deep into it. Larkin going for the switchback on him, and Larkin retains that position, but with Killer Blue getting a little bit out of shape, that's going to give Mitch the opportunity to see if he can get past his teammate. Is he going to go for a dive down the inside? He isn't. Larkin looks like he's under all sorts of pressure from the 2 Ferrari drivers. Oh, Killer Blue going very wide then. That's not going to help whatsoever. But he is keeping up with the Force India driver. Did look like he got the better run out of there. But the problem for Larkin is he isn't going to have any DRS for anyone to tug him along, whereas Killer Blue will. So he's got DRS. He's going to be able to pass Larkin up towards turn 1. But Larkin has gone very wide. That's going to give Killer Blue the opportunity. Larkin picks up the first 3-second time penalty. Killer Blue going down the inside of Larkin, and I think that's move done. Larkin now down into P5, but Larkin is... I think Larkin may have just had a slight bit of contact with him, but they're going side by side with each other. I've got a terrible camera angle for this, so we've gone forward with Mitch. He's trying to go down the inside of the both of them. Mitch, he's not able to. He's still down the inside of Larkin, but he's not able to do that. But he's managed to get past his teammate, so Mitch now up in the P5 and is giving Larkin a slight opportunity to get away. But Mitch, in fact, he's not giving him the opportunity to get away because he is closing right up to the back of him. But Larkin managed to hold that P4. I really hope Larkin didn't get any damage because it looked like there may have been slight contact between the pair of them, between him and Killer Blue. But this is a really big train that's running all the way down to P9 from P4. Here we go, Mitch has DRS on Larkin. He's not going to try and get him done in turn 1, but coming up towards turns 2 and 3. He looks like he will try and get the move done. We'll go on board with Mitch now. So goes down the inside of the Force India driver. Larkin hanging it around the outside towards the inside. I don't think he's managed to get the move done, and that's now Larkin up down into P5, much up into P4, but Larkin is not done yet. He has got DRS on the Ferrari driver. He goes around the outside of him. Oh, in fact, Mitch has lost out 2 places then. We're going 3 wide in towards the hairpin. Larkin getting shoved out by the Ferrari driver and has just lost 2 places then. So, the Ferraris remain up ahead. Killer Blue is actually giving that place back to them, which is fair play to him. But is still keeping it down the inside of the Force India driver. It's just enough space. I think Killer Blue runs that very wide then. But that's Larkin now down in P6. New Waluigi is right on the back of him now as well. So this train running from P4 downwards. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the battle for the lead, but these guys are all well, this is a really big train for P4. So I feel like I would need to stick on board with this. Mitch, Killer Blue has just completely cut that first corner, but has gained him quite a bit of time on that. Now Cantero trying to look see if he can get a move done down the inside of New Waluigi. Not able to just yet up towards turn 2 and 3. But in fact it looks like he's giving Bullet Boy the run to try and get a move done on the Sauber driver. So both of them have DRS. In fact all these guys have DRS because they've got DRS train going on. But Bullet Boy's looking to see if he can get a move done down outside of the Sauber, and he's not able to. V5's also trying to see if he can get a move done, but he's also not able to. However, Rick is looking all over the back of the McLaren driver. I don't think anyone's managed to get any sort of moves properly stuck yet. Only the 2 Ferraris on Larkin. I'm on board with this battle for first because Doom is right on the back of Harry now. So Doom, he got out, or he was out of the DRS from Harry at one point. He's managed to claw his way back in. Is now only half a second behind Harry. Spine's also just keeping up with him. His top 3 have pulled away from everybody else on the grid. Doesn't look like he'll get a move done in turns 2 and 3, but coming up this long DRS straight. June will be looking to close in on the Mercedes driver, although it does look like Harry got the much better run out of turn 3. June is gaining on him. Don't think there's going to be a move that's done, no? It isn't. So June looks like he may have to wait yet another lap to get a move done for the race lead. Going back on board with this battle for P4 with the 2 Ferrari drivers. They're starting to slowly make their way up now. They're almost out of DRS with Larkin, as it looks like Rick and V5 are side by side of each other. Rick looks like he actually managed to get moved around the outside of V5. So nicely done for the Red Bull driver. Bullet Boy looking all up the back of Cantera. I don't think he's able to get anything done. New Waluigi is putting Larkin under immense amount of pressure. It's only lap 8 as well. But I think Larkin is now at that DRS range for the 2 Ferrari drivers. Killer Blue just picked himself up the time penalty. New Waluigi's run, so he's definitely got himself a warning. Cantera looking to go down the inside of the McLaren, and I think he has managed to. These guys' soft tyres, I think, are now starting to die off slowly. Obviously, this is DRS train between these guys. Bullet Boy is looking to see if he can get a move done on New Waluigi, and maybe Cantera. I don't think he's able to. New Waluigi trying to hang it around the outside of the Sauber driver, not able to. He has gotten a bad run out of that, so it's going to give Bullet Boy the opportunity to try and get a run down on the McLaren. Goes down the inside of him. Bullet Boy just picked himself up a 3-second time penalty. New Waluigi's now going down the inside of Bullet Boy. These guys are still side by side. But I believe Bullet Boy... No, that's what I say. I thought he retained it, but he hasn't. It's still side by side. And New Waluigi's gone very wide, and he's lost out 3 positions. Oh, it's not good for the McLaren driver. Unfortunate to say the least. But that's given Larkin the breathing space, and same with Cantera. They're already without the seconds of the DRS from Bullet Boy and the guys behind them. But Cantera is closing up rapidly on Larkin. Could get a move done down into those turn 2, but he's on the long DRS straight. Larkin hasn't got DRS. Cantera, I think, is just going to swoop straight past him around the outside, and that's him up into P6. So it just looks like Larkin hasn't really got the straight line speed. I know he hasn't got DRS on him, guys. He's actually that much straight line speed compared to the rest of the guys. He does look very quick in the corners though. Like these guys for P4 and P5, the two Ferraris battling with each other still. Killer Blue has just gone very wide, almost losing it. And he's definitely got himself a warning for that one. Cantera and V5 have just picked themselves up a penalty. So I'm going to definitely struggle to keep up with the penalties throughout this race. So this should be a very interesting one. As we now come on to lap 10 of Hockenheim. I'll have a look at what the position changes were. So Cantera is the one that's gone up 5 places. Larkin has gone down 2. Same with V5. V5 and Game Boy have both gone down 3. Rick has gone up 3. Jarry's gone up 1. So nice done to the Torso. The two McLarens have not been having a good race so far, but still early. Oh, Doom and Harry, I think, are battling with each other. Doom tried to go down to get a move done down the inside of Harry up towards the hairpin, and I don't think he managed to get the move started. I think Harry just managed to retain it around the outside. Now, these guys are closer than ever on track. But with all this battling going on, that's going to allow Spine to see if he can make up any places on these, or make up anything on these guys. Even time. He's 2.2 seconds behind them. None of these guys actually have a penalty just yet. Even though Tam thought that these guys would definitely get penalties. Currently they are proving him wrong. I don't think Doom is close enough to get a move done down the inside of Harry up on this DRS straight. In fact, Harry's almost pulled out of that DRS from Doom once again. So Doom's going to need to do a little bit of his magic to try and keep that or try and get past Harry. Rick now going down the inside of Bullet Boy for P8, and yet you can now see these mediums are definitely coming into effect. He's now got Larkin as his next target. He's only 3 tenths behind him, but you can definitely see these softs are now going off. Rick is a lot quicker on these mediums now and is now starting to make up places on these guys. So Rick is looking to try and see if he can get past Larkin as quick as possible. But he may have to wait until it comes up towards turns 2 and 3. A pair of them just running a bit wide coming towards the final corner. That's going to compromise their runs a little bit. Rick is definitely, yeah, Rick has got the DRS, but he's looking to go down the inside of Larkin. Up towards turns 2, but not able to. Mitch has just picked himself up a 3-second time penalty as well whilst this battle was going on. Here we go. Larkin is going to need to defend for his life here. Rick going around the outside of Larkin. And that is move done for Rick up into P7. Oh, Bullet Boy goes for a massive lunge as well. That was a very audacious lunge on the from the Hash driver on the Force India driver. Not able to get the move done though. It is still down in P9. But with Rick now past Larkin, he's now going to try and chase down Cantera. Cantera is chasing down these two Ferrari drivers as well. In fact, he is actually catching up to them ever so slightly. So, yeah, this is, as I said, the soft tyres are now starting to go off. Harry has just picked himself up a 3-second time penalty. So, Doom is now your net race leader. Bullet Boy and Larkin once again. Oh, Larkin's actually coming to the pit. So Larkin is going to try and undercut all of these guys. And same with V5. V5 is also in the pit. So these guys are the first to make their stops. Is Larkin going to come out ahead of V5 though? That's the real question. He has, and V5's been held up for it. So unfortunate for the McLaren driver. Doom is right on the back of Harry now. And saying that, there's another battle that's going down. Jarry and New Waluigi. Jarry trying to look to go around the outside of McLaren driver and not able to get the move done. So nice defending from New Waluigi, keeping the inside line up towards the hairpin, not giving Jarry the run to get anything done. Going back on board with this battle for the lead of the race, Doom and Harry. In fact, never mind, Killer Blue has lost it. So Killer Blue, he was doing so well keeping it on the track, and it's, well, as I said, now he's just completely lost it. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way of Game Boys though, because Game Boys is just behind him. Ooh. Yeah, gets well off the track and goes straight in towards the pits. So Killer now in the pits. Same with Bullet Boy. Same with, oh, his teammates actually come in the pits as well. So Mitch, and yeah, Killer Blue's just retired from the session. So I completely understand why he's done that. So Mitch has actually come out in P8. Where has Larkin come out in relation to all this? He's come out behind Bullet Boy. Quite strange. Game Boy going down, going around the outside of Harry. Harry's actually made the pit stop already, and Harry has managed to go down inside of Game Boy. So Harry's retaining that P5 for now. Doom is the only one that is left on the soft compound of tyre, although these other guys haven't made their stops yet. Game Boy is trying to battle Harry on the same compound of tyre, but Harry's tyres are cold, whereas Game Boys are definitely nice and heated up. Definitely worn tyres. Here we go, Doom is now in the pits. Where's that going to put him in relation to all of these other guys? There's yellows in sector 3. Is that New Waluigi? Bullet Boy? I don't know. Oh, Mitch! Mitch is retired from the session. So our current championship leader is out of the race. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's not been a good day for the Ferraris, even in real life as well. Not been a good day for them. Harry's now closing up to the back of Doom. In fact, Doom has actually managed to overcut Harry and is now in the net lead of the race. It's a nice start to Sauber driver, but it doesn't look like Harry is wanting to mess around and wanting to try and get past Doom as fast as he possibly can. He is right on the back of him now. But Harry's not looking like he's able to get a move done just yet on the Spaniard. Maybe coming up towards turns 2 and 3, sorry, is where he will try and get the move done. He's only 3 attempts behind him, has got the DRS on Doom. Doom does not have any DRS on anybody. So Harry is looking to see if he can get past the Spaniard, but it looks like Doom actually got the much better run coming out towards turn 1, or coming out of turn 1, should I say. Harry not able to get a move done just yet, but he has got the DRS on this long DRS straight. He's going to try and go down the inside of the Sauber. This is for the net lead of the race, and Harry has managed to get the move done. So Doom is now down into net P2, and Harry is now your net race leader. But we can't forget Harry has got a 3-second time penalty. Still got this battle for P8 between Larkin, Bullet Boy, V5, and now also Waluigi. All of these guys making themselves like a little train. Bullet Boy is looking very, is pressuring Larkin immensely. But but still not able to get him done just yet. As Harry has just set the fastest time of the race, Jerry's just picked himself up a 3-second time penalty. It'd be interesting to watch out for the guys that haven't actually made their stops yet. Game Boy, Jerry, Rick and Cantera. So these guys are obviously trying to do a long stint and then finishing up on the soft compounder tyre. So will these guys be able to make some moves towards the end of the race? There's a potential. Doom is trying to go down the inside of Harry again for the lead of the race, not able to. Back on board with this battle for P8 and P9. Bullet Boy is trying to go down the inside of Larkin. Slight little bit of contact, but Larkin has got the much better run as he was on the outside of Bullet Boy. They're still side by side. They're still side by side as Larkin is trying to retain the inside line. They're still side by side with each other. This is a great battle between them, and I think Bullet Boy's going to have to yield the place. They're still side by side. Oh my goodness. These guys, they're great racing from the pair of them. Larkin managing to keep it, hold his position in P8. Obviously, it's going to let the two McLaren drivers in on the battle, but that was a very good battle between the pair of them, side by side for basically half of the track. But Larkin is going to need to try and do some really good defensive maneuvers here if he wants to retain that P8. Here we go, Bullet Boy has a DRS. He's getting straight on him. He's going to try and go down the inside once again on the Force India driver. And I believe that might be move done. Oh! V5 goes straight into the back of Larkin. New Waluigi goes straight into the back of V5. That's compromised Larkin's run a little bit, but he's still just behind Bullet Boy. Both of those McLarens have got front wing damage. So it looks like their best placings right now will be P10 and P11. So it's unfortunate for the two McLaren drivers. I definitely think New Waluigi got more front wing damage than what V5 did though. But they're both carrying on. Rick and Cantera look like they could be battling for what is the race lead at the moment. Only because these guys haven't actually made their pit stops just yet. But Rick has actually caught right onto the back of Cantera. I saw only a couple of laps ago he was about 2 seconds behind him. Now he's only half a second. So Rick looks like his mediums are starting to now, well, come alive. Cantera might be struggling on his mediums at the moment though. That's the only problem. Another couple more laps and these guys will also be pitting for a fresh set of the soft tyres. I'm going to go on board with Larkin because I don't think he's trying to get a move done on Bullet Boy. Not able to though. In fact, Cantera, as I say that, Cantera is now in the pit, so Rick is now technically your race leader at the moment. Only because he hasn't made his pit stop just yet. But where is Cantera going to come out in relation to Larkin? Bullet Boy, V5. Is he going to come out just behind, just in front of him? In fact, he's come out well ahead in front of him. So Cantera is actually in P7, or net P4 of the race actually. Game Boy is still yet to make a stop. Harry and Doom are still battling. Doom looks like he went around the outside of Harry. But Harry done the switchback on Doom and has managed to retain that position for P3. So these guys are having a really good battle for the net lead of the race. They're actually catching up to Jerry, who's just in front of them. Although I don't think Jerry will be battling these guys too hard because I know he wants to try. He's not fighting these guys for position. Well, he will be fighting them for position, but Jarry's still yet to make a stop. So let's see, is Jarry coming into the pits this lap? He has, and so has Rick. So, where is Rick going to come out in relation to Cantera? And same with Jarry, where are they going to come out in relation to Cantera? Cantera's now come around the final corner as Doom has picked himself up with a 3-second time penalty. So, he's now going to have to do this the hard way and get past Harry and keep that position. Here we go. Rick has just come out just behind Cantera. Cantera now in P4. All of these guys have made their stops, obviously, other than the two McLarens. Actually, no, saying that, New LOG has made a stop. V5 hasn't. Game Boy has also just made his stop. But Rick, right on the back of Cantera. Larkin still on the back of Bullet Boy. Both of them not able to get their moves done for that position. And Doom, I've actually just realised, is out of the DRS range of Harry already. As Larkin picks himself up yet another 3-second time penalty. It's not going too well for the Force India driver. Yeah, he does want to try and get past Bullet Boy as quick as he can though. Harry has just set the fastest lap of the race, but I can tell you now that won't be for long. As these guys on the soft are wanting to try and probably get another lap done, or get a fastest lap done. New Luigi picks himself up a 3-second time penalty, and Rick is almost out of the DRS from Cantera. Cantera is really getting his foot down. But saying that, Rick has got DRS on him still. So DRS straights looks like they're helping Rick. In fact, he's gaining right up to the back of him, but not able to get a move done. What about Larkin on Bullet Boy? Same scenario. Rick still only half a second behind Cantera. Probably won't get a move done anywhere in towards Sector 3, but coming up to the beginning of Sector 1, oh, should I say the end of Sector 1, sorry, that's probably where he'll get a move done. Game Boy is back in the pits, by the way, so he may have had a bit of front wing damage when he was battling with someone, I'm not too sure. Yeah, there we go, Rick, fastest lap of the race so far, and it is definitely showing as he is closing up to Cantera once again. He will have the DRS on the Sauber, whereas Cantera has not. So Cantera is going to need to do some good defending if he wants to keep this P4. Here we go, Rick is gaining on the Sauber, and I think Cantera has just said you can go straight past, and that's now Rick up into P4. He saw how much overspeed he would have had. So Rick now up into P4. Larkin trying to go down the inside of Bullet Boy. Bullet Boy looking to try and get a switchback done on the Force India driver, but it doesn't look as if he has, and Bullet Boy is now down into P7, so nicely done to Larkin for moving up now into P6 of the race. But you got to think he has got 6 seconds worth of penalties. I don't think these guys behind him do. Jarry is on a fresh set of the soft tyres, so he's wanting to try and get past these two. These two have been battling for most of the race, but Bullet Boy almost went into the back of Larkin. That was very close. We've got this freeway battle for P6. I said Jarry on the softer compounder tyre and a fresher set of the fresher tyre as well. Larkin might actually end up struggling getting these tyres to the end of the race. Jarry, want to be careful. I think he may have actually hit Bullet Boy because he just went very wide coming out of turn 2. Going in towards turn 3, it's just compromised his run, and Jarry is backed well off. So I think Jarry has now. Jarry may have potentially gotten wing damage from that. Hopefully not, because otherwise that would have compromised his strategy. Bullet Boy just doesn't look like he can find a way to get past Larkin. But we have only got 10 laps to go now of the German Grand Prix. And currently your net race leader is, well, in fact it is Harry now, because obviously June picking up a 3-second time penalty. Harry is now your technical net race leader, with June in P2 and Spine in P3. Those guys have just been sort of having their own race up front. Then with P4 you currently have Rick and Cantera still battling with each other. Larkin and Bullet Boy is saying that Bullet Boy is just trying to go down the inside of Larkin, and I think that is moved done for the Haas driver, and I don't think Larkin's going to be able to get moved up once again on Bullet Boy. So nice move from Bullet Boy, straight down the inside of Larkin on the DRS straight. It's going to keep on happening because DRS in this game is OP. But Larkin now down into 7th. He's going to have immense pressure from Jerry, who, as I said, is on the soft compound tyre and on a fresher set of tyres as well. This battle for the lead, though, is heating up. Doom is only 3/10 now behind Harry. I'm going to stick on board with this battle because I believe we could see a change in race leader. Here we go, Doom. He's gaining on the Mercedes. What's Harry going to do? Harry's going to keep it around the outside. Doom going to try and go down the inside of Harry. I think Harry's going to have the much better run, and Harry's managed to retain his position now. Back down in this battle for P4. Cantera not able to get the move done on Rick. Again, back on board with this battle for P6. Jerry is actually trying to go around the outside, go down the inside of Larkin, and I believe that is moved done for the Toro Rosso driver. Larkin trying to do a switch back on him and not able to get the move done. So Larkin now down into P8. It was inevitable because Jerry, as said, is on a fresher and softer compound of tyre. And now Jerry's going to want to make minutes meet with Larkin and try and get past Bullet Boy as fast as he possibly can. Meanwhile, back on board with Doom. Is he going to be able to get the move done this time, going down up towards the hairpin? He's gone straight in overtake mode. In fact, in hot lap mode. No, overtake mode. And is looking to get past Harry. He's gaining on him, but I don't think he's got enough speed to be able to get past him. So Doom's just going to retain his place in P2 for now. What about Cantera? Still not close to the back of Rick. In fact, Rick has caught up with Spine. So, Rick, if he gets past Spine, he's actually on the podium. Jerry has just gone around the outside of Bullet Boy, but Bullet Boy is looking to see if he can get a move back down the inside of Jerry. They're still side by side as Larkin's actually just sort of lurking behind them. So they're there. But yeah, Larkin sticking behind these two. Jerry locks up a little bit, but doesn't like he's compromised his run. Bullet Boy still down the inside of Jerry, and Jerry being on the softer tower, managing to just, he can just hold down the throttle and carry on going. But saying that, he's just picked himself up a 3-second time penalty as well. So, I believe, if my maths isn't wrong, Jerry and Larkin are both on the same amount of penalties. So Larkin's going to want to try and see if he can get past Bullet Boy and try and catch up to Jerry. Bullet Boy is technically in at P6 of the race, so I think that's where he will end up staying. June still not able to get a move done on Harry. What about Rick? He's now actually got DRS on Spine. Not able to get a move done. It doesn't look like Cantera can get a move done on... Oh, actually, saying that, hold on. Rick is trying to go down the inside of Spine. But I don't think he's able to get the move done. No, so Spine retains his P3 for now. Slight bit of contact between these guys. Larkin has actually managed to get past Bullet Boy up towards the hairpin. So Bullet Boy now down into P8, but as I said, it's probably a net P6 due to penalties. Rick has gone very wide, coming up to the beginning of Sector 3, which compromised his and Cantera's run ever so slightly, but these guys now battling for the podium. Spine being on 14 old medium tyres. Rick being on 7-lap soft tyres and Cantera being 8-lap old soft tyres. So these guys are wanting to try and get past Spine as quick as they possibly can. As Rick's just picked himself up a 3-second time penalty, that might have actually stopped him from getting the podium of the race. This could give Cantera the podium. And he started all the way down in, what was it, P11? Terrible camera angle, but Rick trying to get him done down the inside of Spine. He's got a lot of overspeed, and I think Spine just may have given that one up, not realising that Cantera was also just behind him. A pair of them still side by side coming out of the hairpin. And I think Cantera is holding it down the inside of Spine, and I think Cantera is now up into P4, a net P3. I don't think Cantera picked up a penalty though, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But Bullet Boy still looking to see if he can get past Larkin, not able to get a move done just yet. But looking on the next lap, he could possibly get one done then. Now, Rick and Cantera are only about 7 seconds behind Joom and Harry. There's 5 laps left of the race. I don't think it can be done, but with how those two are going at the moment, they are looking very rapid. So we'll see as it comes down to it. But I think Joom is starting to lose. Hoping trying to get past Harry. He's still trying to get as close as he can and down on the straights. He still has DRS. Brakes as hard as he possibly can, but still not able to get a move done. Cantera now still eyeing up a move on Rick, but again, not able to get a move done. Bullet Boy has DRS on Larkin, but he is very low on DRS. Oh, Bullet Boy had a lot of overspeed and almost went back on Larkin, which compromised his run. In fact, let's have a look. How much ERS does Larkin have compared to him? They're both quite low. Okay. So both low on ERS. What Joom? Joom still has quite a bit of ERS compared to Harry. Joom does have DRS though, but not going to get a move done. Oh, Cantera. That's the 3-second time penalty. So that still leaves Spine in P3. Those two up ahead have got to try and get that 3-second gap up from the Haas driver. They've only got 4 laps to do it. It is possible. They've just got to do it quick. Joom going around the outside of Harry. Is Joom able to get the move done? They're still side by side, and Harry maintaining the lead of the race. So nicely done from the Mercedes driver, but Joom doesn't look like he is done yet. Wanted it to go around the outside from the looks of things, but Harry just sort of covered that off, and that compromised Joom's run. So Harry still maintaining their lead of this race. Joom's still down in P2. Larkin and Bullet Boy are also battling. Bullet Boy looking to try and see if he can go down the inside of Larkin, but didn't manage to. Now they're still side by side going up towards the end of Sector 2. Bullet Boy trying to hold it around the outside of Larkin. But it looks like Larkin has too much speed in the corners for him to, or for Bullet Boy to try and get a move done. So Larkin maintains that P7 for now. Bullet Boy is looking to see if he can get past though. Here we go, Joom. This is the closest that he's been so far when coming up to his DRS straight on Harry. This is where I think he can get the move done. He is gaining on Harry. I don't think he's actually able to get the move done. No, he isn't. Still 3 laps left to go though. So there's still opportunities for him to get past. Cantera still wanting to try and get past Rick, but still not able to. They need to make this gap up from Spine though. So far, it's 1.3 seconds between him and Cantera, but it's about 2 seconds between Rick and Spine. So Rick still on course for this podium finish. As Harry's picked himself up another 3-second time penalty. So Joom is now your net race leader. If Joom does not pick up a penalty, he will win this race. Doesn't need to overtake Harry now. He just needs to sit behind him and just not corner cut. It's a lot easier said than done. Trust me. go. Is Joom able to get a move done going down the long DRS straight? I think he's wanting to try and get first on track, and to be honest, I can't say I blame him. Here we go, Joom. He has got a lot more speed than what Harry does. Joom looking to see if he can go around the outside of Harry. They both broke quite late. Joom trying to do a switch back on him, but not able to. Harry maintaining that P1 on track for now, but that's not the case because of penalties. Bullet Boy now trying to get a move done on Larkin. Larkin holding around the outside of the Haas driver. And I believe Bullet Boy has managed to clear him. Oh no! Slight contact between the pair of them. And Bullet Boy now up in a P7. Ah, Bullet Boy is running out of fuel though. You can see that yellow light. Bullet Boy is running out of fuel. He has used everything that he possibly can. We are on the final lap of the race, and I'm going to go on board with Joom because this is the only opportunity he can get to try and get past Harry on track. Joom looks like he didn't get a good, as good of a run as what Harry did, but with that DRS, is he able to overtake him on track? Joom with that overspeed down the inside of Harry. They're still side by side. Joom, I think he's managed to finally get it done. No, they're still side by side. Harry is the one that's got the better run though. But they are still side by side. Slight little bit of contact between them, but it doesn't look like there's anything too major. And Joom has not managed to get past Harry. However, Joom is the one with a 3 or less of a 3-second time penalty, shall I say. Oh, Joom's just trying down the inside. Oh, they touch! Oh no! The pair of them! The pair touch! Rick is now just behind these guys. And Rick has got less penalties than what Harry does, so I think Rick might actually end up taking P2 of this race. Here we go, coming up towards the line. Harry's finished first, Joom's finished first, Rick has finished in second. And Spine has finished in third. So Spine managed to hold his podium position. What about this battle? Jerry has just coming across the line now. Is he going to stay out ahead of Bullet Boy? I don't think he will. Oh no, he will. And Larkin in P8. So, that was a very controversial end to the race. But Joom has managed to win the German Grand Prix with Rick out of nowhere finishing in P2. Spine keeping his P3. You got to feel for Harry though. He was leading that race the entire time. And everyone's finished, but oh, it's because Game Boy's stuck in the pit, and I don't think he's done anything at all. So if Game Boy is still here, retire? If not, then I guess we'll have to wait a minute and 30 seconds, but as you can see, Joom winning the race with Rick in P2, Spine in third, Harry in fourth, Cantera in fifth, Jerry finishing in sixth with Bullet Boy seventh, Larkin in eighth, V5 and New Waluigi rounding out the top 10. Game Boy having the pit glitch, so he's currently done 19 minutes of just this lap. yeah, what a race. I would definitely say that Rick is my driver of the day for that. I think he started down in P12. In fact, whilst this is like this, let me just have a check. Yeah, so Rick started in P12 and moved himself up into P2. Again, very controversial end of the race, but that's one for the stewards to decide if Harry does decide to put that inquiry in. But finally, that part has ended. And here is your podium. So here we go. Yeah, as I said in the results, Doom winning the race. Spine was the only one that actually didn't pick up a penalty, and I think someone else didn't as well. We just double check. No, it was just Spine. So nicely done from the Haas driver, keeping it nice and clean throughout the entire of the race. But Doom winning the race with Rick in P2, Spine in third, Harry in fourth, Cantero finishing in fifth with Jerry sixth, Bullet Boy seventh, Larkin in eighth, V5 in ninth with New Luigi in 10th. Game Boy, Mitch, and Killer Blue were your non-finishers of the race. So towards the end of that race, was that was exhilarating, to be honest with you. That final lap with Doom and Harry, I think they may have been a bit decent with each other, and I think that's what must have costed Harry. But thank you to all for watching the Division 1 stream. In about 15 to 20 minutes time, the Division 2 stream will be on. Division 3 is currently being streamed right now as we speak. So if you'd want to go ahead over there and watch that, then you guys are more than welcome to. They'll probably be sort of coming close to the finish of their race as well. But as I said, check out D2 in about 15 to 20 minutes time, where you'll probably see me bottle it. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week for the Austrian Grand Prix around the Red Bull Ring. Make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock next Saturday.